Hey honey bunches, it's Friday, and I think today's the first day it's hit me that I'm getting really cabin fevery, and like the hope and it's all okay stores inside of me are not run out, but they're running a little low from what was a relatively positive week in the scheme of things. I hope you're okay wherever you are. I need to get out of the house, so I went to the beach, but I didn't bring my headphones, and I need to acquire like a people in the Northern Hemisphere are probably rolling their eyes at me right now, but like a headband that covers your ears, because it was just so windy, and I kept walking like away from where I parked the car, and by the time they're hurting and then you need to travel all that distance again, it's like, oh, ow. I think I've also semi-brought the cabin fever on myself a bit, because I've been doing so much editing. I finished Another But Vegan, and I've also been watching a lot of clips of Modern Family. I know it's not the best show. I know it's extremely white privilege, like the physical comedy in it, at least I enjoy in like little clips, so I've been watching some of that, and so it's just been so much screen time, and it's also so hard to day after day like keep on top of your responsible media exposure and consumption. It's really hard to like self-monitor that when you're stressed out state, you know? I braved the supermarket again yesterday to do like our weekly shop, and it was fine. It wasn't too bad. I mean, just like the staple things that you build a meal around, like there was no tofu, no like vegan-y pre-prepared things. And what was shitty about the tins, like beans and lentils, is you could only have 2 of any variety, and I understand completely why that's the case, but if you're basing your meal around, you know, if you're making like a chili or something, you're not even halfway there with 2 cans, you know, whether it's like tinned tomatoes or beans and whatnot. So that was a bit shit. And only 2 cartons of any long life milk, which included plant milk, even though the cap on fresh cow's milk or any fresh milk was 4 litres. Anyway, apart from snippets of Modern Family, I started watching Josh Thomas's Everything's Going to Be Okay, which in Australia it's showing on Stan. He wrote and is in Please Like Me, which I did a But Vegan on, which I love. It took me an episode to get into it. Then like the next couple of episodes I was like, yeah, this is great. And now I'm kind of like, no. Maybe it will redeem itself. It is good. Like, I would recommend it. But some of the writing feels a bit generic. And it's just very, like, privileged LA. And like his boyfriend in it, he just feels like a prop. He's just like this nice guy. Like, does he have any more complexity? Because they need to reveal it with 3 episodes to go. And I know it's the point that everyone's like just talking about themselves is quite self-centered, but it gets a bit old after a while. But that's also semi-real life, so I think we're getting Indian tonight. Yum. That beetroot hummus you saw in the previous video, the recipe for that's now on my blog. Yay! I've just got ready for bed, including putting some walrus tusks in. Hey, they're new. Hey, they're not fun. The first like 24 hours I was like, what the heck? You can't drink water normally? Wanna yawn? No can do. I messaged like a family friend who's had underbite surgery, so he's been through far worse than I have. I was like, what's up with this? This is crap. And he's like, yeah, you do get used to them. He was sympathetic, but you do get used to them. And you do. They're actually quite comfy now, apart from the fact that you just can't open your mouth much, which initially feels very claustrophobic. But I think you just got to let your brain know that it's not a Coraline situation with like stitches closing your mouth together. But sometimes when you're like, can I open my mouth? You forget that you can open your lips. Anyway, that's not interesting. Today I felt really down, which of course is normal, and I kind of want to apologise if I've ever made you feel like you're not doing enough in your day or you're not interesting enough. I know I do a lot of hobbies and I get up quite early, and me saying I've slept in till 8:50 and that'll only happen like twice a year might make, and fair enough, some of you want to like punch me in the face. I am an early riser and an early go to bed, and I do a lot of hobbies and I show them on here, but you're probably aware with this message that's gone round. But like, on one hand you have people saying, oh, it's the perfect time to, like, introverts rejoice, it's the perfect time to learn that new skill, learn that new language, do that productive thing that you've always wanted to do. And on the other hand it's like, no, shut up. Like, this is so stressful and it's really hard just getting through a day. And I'm more in that camp at the moment, like, this is hard. And having it sink in more and more how long this could go on for and what this means. Like, living in self-isolation for like a week is one thing, but then having it sink in that the implications for living this way over a long period of time, yeah, scary. And I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel bad or it's felt like I'm pushing my privilege in your face. I mean, on one hand it is, because I've got a YouTube channel, and you know how when you're sad about one thing it just sort of like welcomes all the things that you're sad about. Usually that just happens with me all the time, and right now it's like dog sad. It's just coming up again. Like, it would be so nice to have a dog to look after. And I know lots of you will probably say, maybe get another dog, but for reasons, many reasons, it's just not really an option at the moment, so yeah. On a different thing, the video of like celebrities singing Imagine, which is really cringe, and lots of people are throwing off at, it came out today when I'm filming this, and the backlash of that makes me kind of glad that I did my song when I did. When I posted that, it was early enough perhaps that it wasn't like, yeah, don't tell us to be joyful, this is a flippin' serious situation. There was still some like hope and like, yes, we will get through it, because the heaviness of the situation hadn't sunk in. Overheard. Well, today's been better. I had far less screen time, which was so needed. I don't know if you saw around the 21st of March, which is a Saturday, and yesterday there were like huge crowds at Bondi Beach. It just reignited the rage in me that Australia is not doing enough. And even though I like understand the argument, well, if no one's actually physically stopping you from being at the beach or going out and being amongst lots of other people, then A, like, enjoy it, and B, do it while you still can. But it's just not responsible. And it's not thinking of other people. I know it's shit, but that peanut tempeh that we had was a minimal steak recipe. It was quite good. I've run out of tamari now. That's a bit hard to find. Hopefully I can find it next shopping trip. I think I don't like tempeh. I mean, I do like it, but I had it at this one cafe in this marinade that was so good. It was like slightly sweet, slightly vinegary. It could have been like a balsamic vinegar maple glaze. Although when I've tried that, it hasn't achieved the result that I remember. But since cooking with tempeh, just no like marinade holds up. And it was so good. And obviously tempeh is great for you, so I looked through all the old patterns my mum had, which used to belong to my grandma. She's still around, but they're all such 80s stuff with such square shoulder pads, and like no one has the figure to pull off essentially a rectangle. Like these 80s suits and tops and dresses, they're just so I think I had a look on Etsy and there are lots of groovier patterns that you can just download, so I might do that. I look at all like the children's clothing from like the 80s and 70s when these patterns are from that we have, and they're so cute. I wish I had the skills to like adapt patterns and stuff, but size them up, it's not in my skill set. Is anyone else's skin sort of not enjoying the self-isolation? Also, we're heading into winter, so there's the, oh, it's cold that your skin is reacting to being inside more and stressing. I'm not complaining in like a it sucks kind of way, just yeah, if you have skin conditions. Yeah, thinking of you. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a morning of cleaning, and then I want to make something in the afternoon, sewing wise. It's gonna happen. Well, that was pretty successful. But anyway, we had 3 packets churned out. The amount of trays we had was kind of perfect for that many seeds anyway. So that's a start. And then I ordered some more silver beet and kale seeds online, but there's so much demand for them. They said like give us a week to send them to you. So that's hardly very immediate, but try to be patient despite PMS making it really hard. I was really positive this morning, and then I left making lunch really late. I mean, it sounds so silly and stupid, but anyway, I left making lunch till like 1:45, and then my mum came home with this like really delicious looking vegetarian pasty, which wasn't vegan or gluten-free obviously, for my brother and my mum, and it just looked really great, and I was just wanting some looking after, and we didn't really have much in the way of leftovers, so anyway, I made that pasta, which was delicious, but I was just in a huff. I need to film a Patreon video tonight. I'm gonna go back through some old blog posts from the blog I had before this one, that I had in high school, just because I remember that I still have them, and they're like a time capsule. I haven't looked at them for yonks, and that was like 2014, 2015, 5 years ago. And even though I think that's not that long ago, it's a while ago, so if you want to watch that, join our little Patreon corner of the internet. So I'll end this one here, honey bunches. Thank you for watching. Hope you're doing okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.